Now, Lori, is your spouse here?
Yes, he is.
What's his first name?
Herb.
Herb. Does Herb have a good sense of humor?
Nope.
He does.
Nope.
We're about to find out. Herb, I'm about to ask you a question, and I don't want you to think in any way it's meant to embarrass you, my friend. Let me explain. I'm married just like you are, Herb. If my wife was standing up here next to me, and if I said, honey, I love you, but you are not the very first person I ever had a crush on, she would say to me, I know. Because she knows, Herb, when I was 5 years old, that's when I had my very first crush. It was on a TV celebrity. Her name was Marcia Brady. Remember her? Marcia. Well, I know I'm getting old, folks, because now I watch the reruns of that show with my kids. Now I have the hots for Mrs. Brady. Go figure. I just hope I don't move up to Alice someday. That would be disgusting. But Herb, in a moment, I'm going to ask your lovely wife, Lori, who her very first crush was on, and as much as she does love you, I'm absolutely sure your name is not going to be the one that comes to her lips, because I'm sure she had her very first crush when she was young. Sometimes a TV star, a movie star, a pop star. Sometimes it's nothing more than a friend or a neighbor or a schoolmate. Now, Lori, on my table here, I do have something for you. Do you know what this is?
My card?
It's an envelope.
Oh.
Good freaking guess. It's the contents of the envelope that just may prove impressive to you, Lori. Let's find out. I want you to go back in your mind as far as you could and recall the very first person you ever remember having a crush on, as long as it's not her.
No.
And call out that person's first name, please.
Donnie.
Donnie? You came up with that one awfully damn fast. Does Herb know about Donnie?
Never heard of him.
Huh? Does Herb know about Donnie?
Nope.
He will even, yeah, he probably knows.
Well, he knows now. Take a look. Does he have a good sense of humor?
Sure.
Or is he pissed? I need you to join me on stage. Give her a thunderous round of applause. Anybody who comes up on stage to join me, you always stand right here where the beauty was standing. That's where the lights are properly focused to illuminate you. I usually keep talking until you get up here just to kill some time, and sometimes I don't hear you coming up, so make sure I know when you're up here. Now, here, I hear Twinkle Toes coming. Hello, my dear, how are you? Pleasure to meet you. Let me explain something, folks, before the show begins. There's a video that plays. It keeps you busy if you get here early, and it also keeps you looking forward, which makes my life easy because I walk out to the center of the room, right behind a bunch of you. You don't even know that I'm there. And I just kind of get a feel for the room and how I think the show is going to unfold. I stand in the center of the room and I actually pick up 7 different thoughts that I feel are useful for the show. Inside the envelope here is thought number 1 of the 7 we need to get to. Now, most of you cannot see what I wrote down, so we have the lovely Lori here who's going to read it for us. Now, keep in mind, I did not choose her. Kathleen did. This was a random thought when I stood in the center of the room, and absolutely nothing to me up until now, but check it out. My dear, read those words as I pull the card up.
My first crush was on...
My first crush was on...
Donnie.
Donnie, you're damn right it's Donnie. How's that for accuracy? I cannot hear you. That's better. Is there any other name on that card besides Donnie? Didn't think it would take that long to look. The envelope itself that Donnie came out of, is there anything else inside the envelope except the one card with Donnie's name on it?
No.
Are we talking about Donnie Osmond, by the way? Let me explain something. When you filled out your little card and stuck it in my bag, was Donnie's name on there?
No.
No. Were you talking about having a crush on Donnie Osmond before the show that I would have heard that?
No.
No. And when was the last time you actually thought about having a crush on Donnie Osmond? The correct answer in front of your husband is years ago. Good guess. Here's my point. Whether you put your thoughts down on your cards or not, it doesn't matter. Whether a thought is on your mind while I'm working with you or not, it doesn't matter. As long as the thought exists somewhere in your head, I have access to it. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Let's hear it for this lovely lady. Good job. Oh, playing at the Flamingo. I thought that's why she was in town. You should go see them. I went to see them last week. Very good show.
My husband won't go.
I'm not a little bit country. I'm not
Herb,
Yo.
let me tell you something. I'm being totally honest with you.
All right.
I was not a big Donnie and Marie fan. I went to see the show and thoroughly enjoyed it. You will have a good time whether you're fans of them or not. Just don't sit there and think, my wife wants to do him.
Yeah, I
If
might.
you sit and enjoy the show, you will have a good time. So you will make your wife very happy if you can arrange that. Now, there's some people in the back of the room that are thinking,